Hey guys, it's your girl Gerlinda. I have two pots here. I have one that has seasoned broth in it. I have some garlic minced. I have butter and margarine. I have chicken bouillon, Creole seasoning, onion and garlic powder, slap your mama, Tony seasoning, paprika, Old Bay, crab oil. I have some shrimp here, and I have boiled eggs, potatoes, and sausage. I have some corn in the freezer, and I also have some snow crab legs that I'm gonna throw in. My honey bought me all the things it takes to make a crab boil, so that's what I'm doing today, guys. So join me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna finish seasoning my broth. I have probably about 4 quarts of water in this pot, and I've just been seasoning it with Creole seasonings, Tony's and Slap Your Mama, a little bit of Old Bay, and just lots of other seasonings in the pot. And I'm also going to put in a boiling bag of crab oil, Zatarain's crab oil. I'm garlic powder. You just want to make this broth very flavorful. Onion powder. There's the Old Bay, and I'm also going to add in some paprika. Like I said, you just want to make this broth very flavorful. Then you want to just stir all of your seasonings in and just kind of give it a taste to see if it has the flavor profiles you're going for. This is really not a measuring type of recipe, so you want to just adjust. After you've tasted it, you just want to adjust your seasonings, and I'm going to now add my crab oil. This is how it looks, and now I'm going to just turn it up and let it come to a boil. So now that it's coming to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and add my crab oil, my Zatarain's crab oil. After tasting it again, I just adjusting seasonings, adding a little more of this or that. That's what you want to do. You want to taste your food so that you know how it tastes and what it needs. I don't understand cooks who don't taste their food. Because there's a lot of water in this pot, you're gonna need a lot of seasonings to flavor it. So don't be afraid to add as much as you need to add to flavor the water. And you guys, today Ty had his own stuff that he wanted to cook. He wanted to cook. He loves, he's a country boy, so he loves soul food. He made himself some smoked neck bones and pig's feet, and also some purple hull peas. That's what he had, and cornbread. That's what he had for Sunday dinner. He brought Ty and myself things to make our crab oil. So that's what we're gonna have for Sunday dinner. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my butter sauce, guys, in this pan that I have here in front. I'm gonna use 2 sticks of margarine and about a stick and a half of butter. I am trying to make it as healthy as I can. I sometimes use olive oil for this, but I just kind of I like the buttery taste, but I don't like the calories, and I don't like all of the fat. So I try to make it a little bit healthier if I can. Right here is where I add the other half of the butter. And so I'm just going to let this melt all the way down. Okay, so I'm gonna add some sliced onions to the butter. This is the dipping sauce, so you're gonna want to make this very flavorful. So I'm gonna put this is probably a whole medium onion, and I just sliced it, and I'm gonna let that cook down in the butter, become translucent in the butter. Now this recipe, again, like I said, is not a kind of recipe where you measure. It's just kind of how you feel, eyeball how much you might need of something. But if you're cooking, it's just going to be for the 2 or the 3 of us. I don't need a whole lot of butter sauce. But if you're needing more butter sauce, then all you do is you add more of what you added before. You add more butter and margarine to make a bigger quantity of butter sauce, and then you would add more of whatever else you were going to put in it. Any other seasonings or anything, you would just add more to make more. Okay, so I'm checking on my broth. Looks good. It's starting to come to a boil. I'm just going to go ahead and add my red potatoes to the pot. This is the first thing you want to put in because it's going to take the longest to cook. Out of everything in the crab boil, it's going to take the longest to cook, so you want to put that in first so that it gets a good amount of cooking time. I would say probably 20 minutes for the potatoes. So I'm now just going to stir my onions around to make sure they're getting down in the butter so that they can cook down and melt down into the butter. They become very soft and translucent once they've cooked down. You guys, a crab boil is not a very hard thing to cook. It's just you have to be prepped. You want to prep all of your ingredients and have everything at your side that you need. Just not a hard recipe at all. It's just there's a lot of steps. So stirring my onions around again just to make sure that they're all down in the butter so that they all get the same texture. So I'm going to put a lid on this and just give it some time. Okay guys, so here's Ty's meal. His food's already done. He has, like I said, smoked neck bones and pig's feet. It's kind of his favorite thing. Like I said, he's a country boy, so he loves soul food. There's his cornbread. It's beautiful. And he has purple whole peas. So he has his dinner all mapped out. So back to my garlic butter sauce. I've checked on it and my onions have cooked down in the butter nicely. So the next thing I will do here is add my seasonings. And guys, remember to clean as you go. If there's any spillage or any boil overs or anything, you want to clean them up when they happen so that you don't have baked on, cooked on food to clean off of your stove. I'm always wiping and cleaning as I go. You guys, a clean kitchen is the key to great recipes. So here guys, I'm going to add my minced garlic. This is about 10 cloves of minced garlic. I only use fresh garlic. I don't use garlic in a jar. Fresh garlic makes all the difference. So just stir that around and make sure that it's combined well with the other ingredients. So I'm gonna add 2 cups of chicken broth that I made with chicken bouillon. You can use real chicken broth, you can use chicken stock, just whichever you prefer or whichever you have on hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some paprika. And you guys, what makes this a red sauce is just about everything you add in the pot is red. That's what makes it a red sauce. I'm gonna add some chili powder. And you can add as much or as little of these ingredients as you want. Like I said, this is kind of an eyeball thing more so than measurements. But you want to be generous with your seasonings because you want this sauce to be very flavorful. It's going to be your dipping sauce, so you want it to be flavorful. I'm going to add a little bit of Tony's, a little bit of Slap Your Mama, some of the same things that I've added to the water for the boil. I'm going to add onion and garlic powder to this. Okay, so as the sauce simmers, my dipping sauce, my butter sauce simmers, I'm going to check on my potatoes and just see where they are. They've been cooking now for about 15 minutes, so definitely needs another 5 minutes or so. Okay, so this is how my butter sauce is looking after simmering for a little while. So give it a little taste and just adjust your seasonings as needed. So I'm checking on the potatoes once again. It's been about 5 minutes more. You're looking for fork tender. So as I'm checking these potatoes for the second time, they can still use a little more cooking time. So what I'm gonna do, because I like a soft, very soft potato in my crab boil. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and let them cook a little longer, and I'm going to go ahead and add my corn to the pot, and the amount of time that it takes the corn to cook, then the potatoes should be done. So after putting the corn in, because it was frozen, it kind of took the temperature down in the pot. So I'm going to have to turn it up and let it come to a vigorous boil again. I'm also going to go ahead and add my sausages at this point, because once the potatoes and the corn is done, the sausages will be done too. You guys, these smoked sausages are delicious. There's some that we've never tried before, but they are delicious, and they are spicy cheddar. Bringing the pot back up to a boil, because the corn was frozen, so it took the temperature down a bit, and now it's starting to boil again. So I'm just going to add the top back to it and let it do its thing. Okay, so everything in the pot is done, and I'm just taking it all out using a strainer, what I call my spider. It's you can call it a spatula, you can call it a slotted spoon, whatever you want to call it. It works really well for this. So getting all of the potatoes, all of the corn, and all of the sausages out. So now the star of the show, the crab legs. I'm going to add my snow crab legs to the boiling pot. So these crab legs are pre-cooked and frozen, so they're not going to take very long to cook. You just want to cook them through and let them soak up some of the flavors of the broth. So I'll let them have their moment for a little bit, probably about 5 minutes. And then I will add my shrimp to the pot. I'm going to cover them for their cooking time. Meanwhile, back to my boil, my other ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and add my boiled eggs to the rest of the boil. These are already cooked boiled eggs that I cooked earlier this morning. I didn't get the large foil pan that I should have gotten, but I'm using my Rachael Ray oval shaped saute pan. It's one of the biggest pots I have. So I just filled it up with as much as it could hold. So now I'm just going to drizzle some of my garlic butter sauce over the entire pan. Adding some of the onions to the pan just to let it soak in. And I will just serve extra butter sauce on the side. You guys, doesn't that just look so good? I just want to dive in. You guys, remember, clean as you go. It makes your life so much easier. Less to do later. So here, guys, I'm just gonna vibe it up with some spice and make it beautiful and make it delicious. Meanwhile, let's check on my crab legs. So the crab legs look great, so I'm just going to go ahead and add in my shrimp. This is peeled, deveined, cleaned, and drained shrimp. Now, what you don't want to do is overcook your shrimp. I would say probably 3 minutes tops. So you want to make sure that all of the shrimp are submerged in your broth so that they all cook evenly. Go ahead and put your top back on, cover it, and let it cook for about 3 minutes. I'm going to use my timer on my stove. So I have a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and cut up this lemon so that we have lemon wedges for our crab boil. So the 3 minutes is up. I'm going to go ahead and take out everything. Everything's done at this point. I'm just going to remove it from the broth and add it to this bowl. Guys, how good does that look? There you have it. You have a crab boil. We have crab legs, shrimp, sausages, corn, potatoes, egg. We have lemon. And of course, we have our garlic butter sauce. You guys, doesn't that just look delicious? It was delicious. You guys, I've done a mukbang and it'll be on my original channel, Gerlinda Gray. So don't forget to check that out. You guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel here at Cooking with Gerlinda, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also hit your notification bell so you're notified every time I post a video and you won't miss any of my videos over here on this channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.